Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ghastly Stamus from the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, back with another episode of the Firearms Tales. This is episode number 426, here on Wednesday, the 24th of July, in this year of our gaming 2019. We're going to be getting things a slight bit sweaty here in Destiny 2. We'll be driving the Warlock tonight and proceeding to do some leveling as I try and just level up as many characters as I can across all my accounts and preps for the Shadowkeep drop later this year, and the implementation of cross-save and the merging of accounts. So I'm not entirely happy with the camera spot here, but I'm not going to monkey around with that tonight. We may do some audio checks here just to check the state of the audio mix balance. And I do want to right now just verify that we do have good voiceover commentary coming out in the live stream before we get started. Just verify that we do have good. Alright, so that seems good, and I'm betting that since I haven't moved... That's weird. I don't think, though, since I haven't moved any of the dials on the Go XLR mixer, that the audio mix balance should be any different than it was last night, so hopefully things will be good. Try to correct for some webcam stutter that we experienced last night, this morning, and everything checked out good, so hopefully that will continue to be the case. And away we go. It's going to be a pretty... Actually, I don't want to say I'm not looking forward to it. I'm a wee bit concerned about this upcoming start because we're in the end game of the single-player campaign, which what that tends to do is lock you into the last, 5 to 7 missions and have you go through them without being able to really bounce out. So it can be a little nerve-wracking. Slight test of endurance. Red War, level 15, and payback in the EDZ. So I don't think... I'm hoping that I monkeyed with inventory before I shut things down. Previously, it looks like I did. There's no new weapons or anything there. I do have these extra armor bits and pieces that shouldn't be. Maybe that's just because I didn't dismantle them. So it looks like I did don the most powerful piece of armor in each one, but I just didn't do the cleanup. So go ahead and knock that out right now. Right now. Alright. Let's head down planet side and get with it. Ooh, hold on. I didn't check to verify that I've got the right light level. 160? Okay, yeah, we're good. Playing the super exciting music. So we're getting a slightly later than desired start tonight because I was doing the VR Nights podcast before this. It's actually took a slight dip in motivation. Was thinking I wasn't going to jump on. Still trying to nail down a good schedule for this stuff. I'm not quite there. I think I'm going to have to... I thought I had gotten things to the point where I was going to be able to go live earlier, at least a couple times a week. I guess that might still be the case, but I got to kind of re-wicker how I was going to do it. I was thinking I was going to be able to go live early tomorrow night, but I think it's not going to be till Saturday. Oh, level 50 double face right in front of me. Now why Why am I not getting a mission direction indicator yet? Okay. Not sure what's going on with that. Or did I not? I may not have tagged the mission. There we go. Now this guy does not have a skimmer yet. No speeder bike. There's a cabal over there. I don't know. I think I can make that jump. Oh, it's not even a jump. I think this is going to take me through some nasty territory. I also need to look out for right side. See, he doesn't have any trailers over there. Okay, yeah, now what I need to remember, I'd forgotten that in the expansion packs, there's 2 places in the EDZ map where in the expansion sets they have, what? Oh! Snapple. Pikes. I didn't realize that's what that was. Oh! Whew. Glad that was just a quick raid. It could have been very bad. Uh-oh, they're turning around. No, they did not. Yes, they flippin' did. Nice. Booyah! Guy shouldn't have jumped me. Duke! Oh, you gonna get that too? No, I'm out! Unintentionally, and quite fortunately, jumped behind cover there. Wasn't even planned. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And that's that. I bet that's that stinking... I don't know that that was the pike that got me. Not cool. Turin the Mad, how you doing, man? Thanks so much for stopping through. How was your day today? Now, do you 9 to 5 it? Or do you have some other flexible or alternate work schedule? Is this flippin' pike again? Bad, bad, bad. Not at all. Turn the Med says, good. 11-hour stream went almost flawlessly. Wow. That's some high endurance streaming. Yeah, I am not. What is going on over there? Oh, it's a banner. That is not my shtick. I cannot do, I can't do the endurance stuff. I normally... Huh. Now this is going to level the playing field quite a bit. Because now I'm going to take your pike. No, 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 no. Now the problem is there's a super high level baddie that's been dropped here. Get inside. Get in the base. Get in the base. I gotta get the banner though. There's been a super high level baddie who's been placed here in the expansion packs. That is he's a one-shot kill. Oh, real estate schedule's highly fluid. Very cool. It wasn't intentional. Game played really well. Didn't get my first death until near the end of the stream. All right, and that's your Fallout 4 streams that you've been doing, right? Ooh. Glad that worked out. Yeah, interestingly enough, I've been looking at buying a new house this week. I think I'm going to backpedal away from that a little bit, though. But it was a temporary flash. Just said its first stream was today. Okay, very cool.
Shielding the carrier.
Oh, can I summon a... Alright, come on, clear the thing. I should be able to summon a tank here.
We need to take them out if we're going to board that carrier.
Yes, thank you. Right now, in general terms, you are probably in as good a position as you can hope to be to buy a home. Yeah, I too believe it is a good time. My problem is I really love the house that I'm in. And don't really want to change out. It also has about as perfect a studio for live streaming as I'm gonna get. But like I said, it was a thought I was entertaining. There's like something different. Oh, whoa, whoa. Now, the first time holy Stuka, what is all that over there? Bunch of Centurions. Colossus. Good, I think I took him down quickly. Do you own it or are you renting? I own my home. Where is this generator? Yeah, I am pretty much committed to never. I mean, if I'm gonna rent, I'm just not gonna rent a house. I don't see hit points coming off. There we go. I mean, if I'm gonna rent, I'm just gonna rent an apartment so that it's a little more, you know, a standardized business structure. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I've had that the last couple nights, and so I don't know why there's a momentary break in the live stream. Oh, this is a goofy thing where I have to go around on that specific side. Really? Seriously? I don't think that tree is big enough. Oofta! More Centurions coming out. Where is this? Okay.
Shields down, but the ship's about to launch without us.
Keep that carrier on the ground.
Well, how am I supposed to do that, Zavala? Where do they want me to go? Back here? Come on, come on, come on. So, Turin, I was asking, do you work for a larger brokerage, or do you, what is that thing? Holy! Come on, come on, come on. Okay, we're gonna have to exit the tank, exit the tank. I'm gonna have to get to another tank pad. I think there is one right side here. Right? should have been one right side. It should have just been a mirror of the one on the left side. Maybe not. I guess I gotta run through. Fairly large brokerage, several thousand agents all told. Wow. So does that provide you like additional like administrative support and that type of stuff, or is it just additional red tape that makes your life more difficult? And I'm assuming that would be the trade-off. They don't keep half of the commission, which is why there are so many agents. Okay, very cool. So it sounds like it is an upside relationship, which is good. Flock. Oh, that guy's halfway down. Okay. Come on. Not gonna make it easy. So, are you... What in the... Took us? The objective is behind me. I'm not sure... Nope. I guess I have to exit the tank here. They're actually very reasonable to work for, and with Dragon's Teeth, try blowing them up. I do not know what I am supposed to be shooting at. I'm right on top of the objective. Alright. I feel like there's something fairly obvious that I am missing. No, I'm not right on top of the objective. Well, that wasn't very graceful. Ah! Great. Absolutely outstanding.
Without us.
Keep that carrier on the ground. Couple missiles up its tailpipe ought to do the job.
Squashed by your ODAFE, can't blow the Dragon's Teeth up, huh? Yeah, and give me just 1 second. I just clipped that and I want to check the audio mix balance to make sure the in-game audio isn't blowing things out. Or my mic. It'll be just 1 second. Alright, so I'm going to snug the in-game audio down just a tad. Maybe 2 tick marks there. Hopefully that's balancing things out just a wee bit better. Now let's see if we can figure out what the flip-de-doo I'm supposed to do. Does it respawn me? It respawn me right here by the tank. I don't know if I need one or if what I'm supposed to do... I've completed this before a number of times. Oh, is that an engram? But I haven't done it in a while and don't remember exactly how this goes. Oh! Who's got a bead on me? Something over there. I guess all this resistance that I defeated before is back now. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, that biggin is back. Oof. It should be going down, right? Be right back. Have to eat more. Don't eat enough today. No problem at all, brother. I will be right here. Couple missiles up the tailpipe. Oh. I think the issue here... Right. Just wish I was absolutely certain. Back. Cool, man. Some quick eats. Or maybe you just grabbed your food to bring it back to wherever you're watching from. I would think if one of these things was... This doesn't make sense to me. What's that tank? Ah, come on, man. Let's figure this out more quickly. No tracked items. Oh, okay. Hold on. Don't have a good enough view from your position to attempt any advice. Yeah, nope, I think I got it. I don't know if that actually did anything. I don't want to sit there and waste a bunch of rocket launcher ammo. So what this may have been... Ooh, that tank pad is far away. I definitely know I had to do something. I remember it took me a bit to figure this out the first time I came through. I think what I needed to do was just come back here and get a better vantage point. That's definitely the vulnerability spot there. Yep, there we go.
The carrier's grounded. Now let's find Thumos.
Good work, Guardian.
Level up!
After this is over, I'll talk to Holiday about your tank. Oh, I missed you too, buddy.
Oh. Okay. Oh, whoa, is that... Yeah, it's auto-pulling me somewhere. So, Turin, does your schedule then, I guess it kind of floats every day, depending on customer meetings and house viewings and stuff like that? Oh, okay. Good, that's some other guardians there. I was afraid I was getting jumped. Basically, I usually know by Wednesday what's going on the following Tuesday. Only last minute stuff crops up in between. Okay, very cool. Do you have like a specialty? Like, I know some people will specialize in, you know, commercial properties or like super high-end properties and things like that. No upgrade points available. I don't think I actually have any upgrades left to do with this character, as far as skills go. Change the scope. Same thing here. Barrel and casing changes. No modules there. Just want to make sure I sort some gear. We're about to go into a fairly large boss battle. That may require a bunch of do-overs. Ooh, did I have to? Commercial real estate is an entirely different skill set. Takes years to get a deal done. I'm a generalist for residential resale. I'm tired of it though. New home sales has become very tempting. Okay, so you would work with like you would specifically work with like a builder to sell homes in a new subdivision. Let's see if I can get this guy. Oh, Yo didn't fall down. I've never seen a Scion do that little charging thing. No. I say the nay. Is he down? He's down. A lot of resistance here. I still don't have an objective marker. It's a little disconcerting. Exactly. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, my very first house deal offer that I put down was for a new construction home. A starter home, if you will. Oh, what did that dude fire? I don't know, but get out of the heck of the way of the second one he's threw. Oh no, he's trying to... He was trying to make things toasty. Oh, why was that thing not loaded? Oh, fusion rifle. I didn't realize that's what I had loaded. Oh! Don't. Super is not charged. Bad tactical situation. Skirmish to the rear and left here. 85% of the work is done for you. All you have to do is attend model hours and not F up. And why are these dudes so sweaty? Why is everybody like a... Oh! Flippin' intercepted me on that charge. Alright, that worked. Ah, sure. Ah! Flippin' A. See if this works tonight. Oh, servitor. Why is he running? And AI tonight is doing like every aggravating thing that I dislike about AI in this game. Servitor is gonna flip and run. Getting bull rushed. Dudes are just generally being uncool. Modern systems last a long, long time. 20, 50 years, depending on which element you're talking about. Oh, if you can swing a brand new home, you have 10 years minimum before anything major should be a concern. Yeah. Yeah, so my first deal was, that was a Guardian, right? Yeah, that was a Guardian driving a Pike. But it wound up falling through because it was a down market. Homes weren't being valuated as highly. The assessment on the home came back below the sales value that the builder was trying to sell it for. And on a VA loan, you know, the VA won't cover that additional value. So that would have been on me. And I was like, yep, nope, not going to do that. And the builder was unwilling to come down on their price. So I wound up buying actually a really old home. That was very solid construction. But man, during the years that I lived in that house, it just... What is going on here?
To those in the field, a catch is on its way.
It was just
I'm not sure what it's up to, but I doubt it's good.
It was my first home, and I just knew nothing about. I mean, I'm an engineer, so there were things that I figured out. I had to pretty much bring all that to bear, trying to figure out some of the crazy things that were in that house. Just because it was built so old that it wasn't built to really any modern construction spec, and so everything was a science experiment whenever something went wrong. Appraisal fell through. That happens. VA loans. Yes, yeah. So the what is? Well, the appraisal came back fine. It's just the appraisal. The appraisal came back evaluating the home at less than the builder wanted to sell it for. Now, what was silly to me was it was. Like I said, it was when the market was. It was when the bottom fell out of the market because all the sketchy mortgages had been sold, you know, to people who really couldn't, you know, who really were buying houses that they really couldn't afford and shouldn't have been given loans for. Blast it. That move works great when it's the Titan, but the flippin', I wish with the Warlock there was a way to short, like. I understand what their normal jump mode is, but I wish there was a way to just airdrop it and not have to float. Because oh. Signature loans, yep, lived through that mess, yeah. So yeah, so new construction homes. I don't know. I think the guy. It was a down market, and the value of homes wasn't as high. But it was a brand new home that the builder had just built. Obviously, he wanted to sell it, and he was basically trying to sell it at the price that other residents had bought in at, but they had bought in when the market was high, and he was afraid that and it was a builder-run HOA at the time, you know, because it was a new subdivision, and he was worried that the homeowners in the HOA would be torqued about him selling the home at a low cost. And I'm like, yeah, but look, the house is only worth so much. I mean, we can talk about all that other stuff, but, you know, the home is assessed for the value that it's worth on the market at the time, and I don't care what other people paid for it, you know, when they moved in. That's just how the market goes. You know, I'll pay you for what the house is worth right now. And he's like, no, you would have to cover the extra amount. And I was like, well, you know, I'm not going to do it. Why would I do that when there are other homes on the market that are being sold for what they're actually worth? Very different standards from 2008 to 2008. Yeah, exactly. Probably half of their homes were foreclosed. Oh, right, exactly. But it's fine. Like I said, I wound up with an old house. I need to understand if that's the mission I'm actually supposed to do. Complete mission unbroken on the EDZ. Yep. So I wound up with an older house, and I got pretty much at a steal because it was an estate sale. So I negotiated for them to pay all the closing costs. And got the house for $5,000 less than it was listed at, and it just had a big price drop. Super long. I mean, so the upside was it was a huge house. I had to deal with a lot of maintenance stuff during the years that I owned it, and I had to correct a lot of things that you know, had been done before there was real enforcement of construction standards and specs. So, you know, there were some of those things I had to do. I had to get GFCP circuits installed in some of the wet rooms.
I tell you to be careful, but that didn't help the last team I sent out.
New AC units. I think I may have replaced all 3 HVAC units that were in that home before I sold it. Or at least definitely 2 of the 3. I think I did all 3. What is that? I'm not even playing with you. Boom! Oh, that only did half? We're gonna fight this out. My super is still not charged. If we don't dive into another major recession in the next 3 to 18 months, I'll be amazed. Built prior to the night. Yes, it was built. Yeah, that helm was built in 1946, and then additions had been added to it. I mean, it was again in a lot of ways it was a good deal. It only ever had one owner. The only person who had ever owned it was the person who built it. These shield guys are really irking me. Nope. I had a window to punch him and I missed it. I need to take out some of this trash. Health is really bad. No nades. Snipers. There's all sorts of bad in this situation. Not likey. Where did that sniper go? Alright. Oh, that worked. Oh, and the nade got him. Did that Cabal just do a slide move? Oh, hell nah. Dogs. Go high, go high, go high, go high, go high. Come on, come on, come on. Get on top of the roof. Please tell me I can fight these dogs from up here. Oh, Engram. Hate the dogs. Hate the dogs. Oh no! Dodged. Are you kidding me? Frippin' A. Par for the course for homes of that general age, post-World War II into the late 1950s. They typically be built fairly small on a decent-sized lot and added to ad hoc over there. Right. That's exactly what that situation was. Ah. Ah. It's really ridiculous. Finally, my super charged up. Very cool, man. Well, it sounds like that is a very interesting line of work. I'm sure that it gives you something different every day. I know it's got to be interesting how, like, every deal is different, and the difference in buyers with, you know, those who know what they're doing and know what they want versus the ones who, you know, just have no idea or are ridiculous in their demands. I know, the first house I sold went pretty smooth. I was a little bothered by some of the scheduling things. The second house I sold was an absolutely horrible sale, and it really kind of has redefined who I'll be willing to sell to in the future. Flippin' A. Crikey. Widespread implementation of building codes for single families, especially at the federal level, didn't start happening until the very end of the 1950s and took more than 30 years to see widely implemented nationally. Yep, that makes sense based on what I've seen. Let's line up, doggies, all in a row. Man, I tell you, the fusion rifle is one weapon that has taken me years to figure out how to use it. Like, it has been since Destiny 1 that I've been trying to figure out how to use this weapon effectively, and I think I've finally... God, I hate this! I hate the Warlock so much. Ah! Drives me batty that he can't pull that jump down, and he sits there floating in air. When I have in mid jump, there's an opportunity to do an aerial strike downwards on somebody, but I can't because I'm in this floaty jump animation for like 10 whole seconds. Prospective clients that don't know much and don't listen to their agents are not worth my time. I'll refer those to some poor slob who'll give me an honest referral fee. Yeah, I am probably not the greatest buyer. I've got a really accommodating real estate agent who I fortunately work with for every transaction that I've done, which has been about 4. So our relationship has worked out well, just because I tend to not accept things that other buyers and sellers consider the norm when I don't feel like they make sense. Like I'm insistent I do not go to closing with my checkbook, because I'm insistent that that the closing company get all the cost estimates correct, and no surprises when I come to closing.
The bridge should be above us.
And I don't
Let's
entertain
find
anybody
console
trying to
and
last
figure
minute
this out.
negotiate any changes in cost when I'm at closing. Like once I walk into the room, like anything that goes sideways, I'm like, yeah, you know. Then at that point, the real estate agents, the titling company, closing company, all that stuff, I walk out and they have to figure all that stuff out.
Okay, I've got the map. Let's find Dugos.
But my second home sale was a big cluster because I had an agent that was just not, like, I was constantly pinging her for stuff about, like, well, what about this? What about that? This should have been happening now. You know, what's going on with
Try
this?
hopping on that ship. We do this all the time.
And I felt like so many times things fell through timing-wise that she should have queued up, that I was like, hey, you know, the response to the home inspection, or the home inspection report should have been filed at this point, like they did the inspection, a day or 2 days ago or whatever. And I felt like I was running the whole thing. So at the end of the day, there was a big issue because it was a kid newly out of college who was buying his first home. His dad was a man, we got to run all the way around. His dad was a contractor, and so his dad was constantly coming in with like ridiculous demands for stuff. And I was like, you guys did your home inspection, you made your requests. We're not changing the conditions of the deal at the last second. Flippin' A. And this jump mechanic on this warlock is gonna drive me nuts. And same thing on that deal. Not same thing on that deal. That's actually, that's the only time I've actually really had to do it, which is on that deal. I was like, you guys need to figure all this out. Like they're complaining about like $6,300 at the last minute, and I'm like, I'm not covering that.
Some of my best.
Our guardian can handle it, Hawthorne. It's one
The irony is that buyer agency didn't happen until the late 1980s. 30 years later, buyer agency is very much in danger of being eliminated. That's good. My experience has been that working with the same agent over time pays dividends in terms of the all-important management of expectations. Past 4 years or so, the buying and selling processes have become nearly automated. Contractors are morons when they're involved peripherally, right? Yeah. So I've just resolved, like, I'm not entertaining buyers anymore that are, kids or like newlyweds or something like that where their parents are involved in the deal. And then on top of that, the kid was just, like I said, was just fresh out of college, and not college. He was a nurse, and he was just coming out of nursing school, but he had never worked like a full-time job before. He didn't know how to get like his advanced copies of his pay stubs or paperwork from his new job that he was going into.
Always another way in.
He had qualified. He'd gotten a pre-approval letter, but
Checking the schematics. Got it.
but then he wasn't getting the other stuff.
Lead us back to where we need to be.
He needed to have in place for final approval. So his financing
Be out
took
there with you.
longer than, the schedule had. It was just a whole cluster.
Your time will come, Hawthorne.
I'm counting on it.
It was really aggravating. And there were points where I just wanted to pull the plug on the deal, and in retrospect, possibly should have. Yeah, but it was a nightmare. Unfortunately, you can't do that. Oof. Takes him out. I've been short throwing my grenades all night. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, it's so weird with this game. I feel like this end game sequence is way more difficult than anything else in the game, even when you get clear of this. Other fights after this and even stuff in the DLC is not as hard as this is. As these last 5 missions or so in the single player campaign. Now, I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish the single player campaign tonight. I only have about another hour left in the live stream. So long as a buyer meets the terms of the contract, you can't say no based on age, marital status, and so on. Let your agent handle that stuff. Collect an initial set of offers, examine them with your agent, and go from there, right? So we've got 2 more sessions of Destiny 2 after this, one of which will be tomorrow night. I'm not sure what the rest of my schedule is out beyond that, because I haven't looked at it. But once we get off tonight, I will be putting things in the randomizer and figuring out what I'll be doing after this arc of Destiny 2 gameplay on PlayStation 4. And new video game day is Saturday. I think I'm going to be getting something on the PC. I haven't seen any new releases that have caught my eye. I would have been interested in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, but it is actually not reviewing that well right now. So I may be heading over to Steam. There might also be some time to pick up some backlog game purchases at discount that I've been hunting. And the other thing that's spooling around right now is I may potentially be coming off of VR probation here, so that might open those possibilities up as well. If there's even a whiff of bias, that's ripe for EOH violations and all sorts of nastiness. Yep. The close quarters confinement of this ship and my inability to really effectively get out and flank some of these formations is also causing me some difficulty. Oh, where did he go? Okay. How does a cabal that big just disappear like that? Oh, no. Yeah, go special, go special. Don't even mess with that. Where did he go? Oh, no! I was like, if that knockback. Who's firing that mess? Oh, that got him. Woo! Right before the special expired. When that dude knocked me back, I was going to be seriously angry if, I was going to be seriously angry if he caused me to waste my whole special and not take anybody out. I've pretty much caught up on what I wanted in my library. At this point, everything on the wish list is either DLC for grand strategy games or upcoming releases. Very cool. Yeah, because I went through that initial Steam addiction when Steam started doing like those crazy sales, and that went on for a number of years, and I just
We're almost to the hangar.
bought without thought of how having a massive backlog was really gonna
Holiday, are you in range for an assist?
Swinging back around. Gotta shake a
make
couple
my
of
life.
dead uglies off my tail first.
I unfortunately amassed like a very ginormous backlog that I'll probably realistically never get through. It's just the fight through the hangar bay. It's just a sequences of pain. Yeah, well, I'll be fortunate if I even fight my way through the Thermeister or whatever his name is. Boy, is this segment a royal pain. I need to be deadly accurate with the fusion rifle. Where did that Scion go? So how long have you been doing real estate, if you don't mind me asking, Turn? You've only got 12 titles in your backlog, or 12 titles that you're waiting on DLC for. And then, do you only buy games through Steam, Turn, or do you also buy games through like Epic and GOG? Nah, it was dumb. Ah! What's up with all these specials? Not smart. Nope. Reload. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Steam only. I've read Epic's terms of service, never ever doing business with those scumbags. So what is it about the Epic toss that turns you off?
Someone order backup? Haha, you better run.
I think this is the part where I just need to not try to kill everything in the hangar bay. And just proceed through and trust that. What the turkey? And just trust. Oh, she's flushing all these guys this way. I do want that dude though. You just drop an engram? Can't tell. They offer zero protection and guarantees. They can do what they wish with your personal information, pimp it out, etc., etc. Why is it telling me I need to go this way? And you feel that Valve and CD Projekt Red, that their TOS does offer you some guarantees of that nature? add in their reputation for callousness on par with the worst cable companies in the U.S., yeah. Okay, gotcha. I'm so tired of fighting those shield dudes.
All right, Guardian. I've done my
Steam
part.
can't do anything
Now go
like
take
that
care of
without
Zumos
explicit
for
written
us.
permission. Yeah, one of my problems with Steam is their austere return policy, which I feel like is very black and white and doesn't account for a lot of dynamic factors. And I ran afoul of that a few years ago. I mean, I guess overall, and I mean, I've been talking with co-hosts on the podcast and whatnot. I guess overall, my feeling is just I don't put all my eggs in any one basket. So I don't buy all my stuff from any one company, because any one of them can go sideways on you at any point in time. So I just believe in keeping my library diversified and buying things from multiple vendors. Vendor lock-in is real, and I just refuse to be held hostage by any one company for that stuff. Steam can't do anything unless something changed very recently, of course. Yeah, it is tight. On the other hand, I've had a few titles that I returned within the tight limits without regret. Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, if you're within their parameters, it's not a problem. My problem was I had a game that I was trying to figure out if it was buggy or not. And their playtime hour limit, I mean, doesn't account for the time that I spent troubleshooting. It also, their monitoring and telemetry on games also doesn't account for idle time. So, like, if you pause the game and walk away from it, that their monitoring telemetry still pulls that as like an hour of gameplay. You know, so I would have things like the game would be on and paused, or just like in the title screen or something like that, because I was trying to set up to live stream. So you know, I may have had to step away to do something for my live stream. My point is, like, whatever their hour limit is, which I think is like 14 hours or something like that, it doesn't differentiate between actual active gameplay versus just having the application, the executable running. And I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. And then my thing is, I don't care about the hour time limit. If a game is like known buggy, like if a game is just broken, I feel like that should be, like, I shouldn't have to keep a broken game that never gets fixed. You know, just because I wasn't certain that the game was broken or whatever, or I was troubleshooting or things of that nature. So that's just a little aggravating. I forget what some of their other terms are on their return policy. It wasn't just the hour limit. Okay, he went down quick. Need to get your buddy here. Alright. Took care of the trash. That's great. If it comes down to brass tacks, I'll download everything and they can die on the vine. Correct, I do wish that was different, which is why I always say Steam says I have 334.50 hours in Fallout 4, but realistically it's about half of that, right? Some of the recent big titles the developers have flat out said that they'll never fix. I was exhausted when I had that video going, so I don't recall the title. Ooh. No, you do not. Thank you for stepping full force into this. He got back up again. Oh, you are going down. There it is.
Phew. Got the key codes and Thumos is dead. Check and check.
Excellent work.
I agree with you, Ghost.
Base,
Woo!
find his ship and get to the Almighty.
Well, the first time I ran this mission, it was like an all-night affair.
Spread the word.
Trying to figure it out.
Thumos is gone.
I was exhausted when I had that video going, so I don't recall the title. Okay, no, yeah, I get you. A good ending to the stream. Oh, is it top? Oh, no, yeah, no, I've got 45 more minutes on the stream. I don't know what I said before. I may have looked at the clock wrong, but yeah, I'll be going for another 45 minutes or so.
All forces in the field. We have sightings of Red Legion infiltrators on their way.
Oh, no. New Red Legion mission complete. Mission larceny in the EDZ. Is that this thing over here? I want you to have 170 light. Do I have that? No. So I might have to grind for a bit. First thing first, I need to get clear so I can manage some inventory. Let's see where I am. Hopefully I will not get... Ooh, catch coming in. Hopefully I will not get swagger jacked while I'm back here behind this rock. Close, I think. Yeah, I'm about 11 or 12 light points off. Of course, I don't have... I mean... Well, now we're above 170. Yeah, because I don't necessarily equip, like, my best gear. I have this ridiculous thing where I feel like to get all my money out of a game, I have to play with as many of the different weapons as I can, so I deliberately don't just load up my most powerful stuff. Now, when I get into trouble, like when I'm just like having to replay something over and over and over and over again, then I will go into something with like all of my best gear, but in general, I just kind of like playing around with the different stuff and the combinations and how some of the different weapon mixes kind of affect how things unfold tactically is always just something that I find interesting. Not necessarily the most efficient gameplay, but I feel like it gives me an opportunity to like play with a lot of different stuff. Okay, so I am at 170 now. And there's larceny. There is no way... Oh, I don't need to fast travel to it. I was like... I thought it was further away than it actually is. I'm definitely going to encounter some resistance on the way there, which is fine. It gives me a chance to play with this newly armed weapon set. I don't know what this is. Submachine gun. Get back on track. Ah! Nope. Ooh. Missed the reload. Okay, there he goes. Is that a loot? So, Turn, talk me again through some of the games that you play. So, I know Fallout, the Anno series, the stuff, so games by Paradox. What am I doing here? Alright, come on, man. Get your jump together. Nope. Ah! Okay, thank goodness. And that is not actually a place you can walk through. So all that trouble just to get up there and get some pained glass. Principal games of active interest at present are Fallout 4, Modded, and eventually Hearts of Iron 4. Very cool. So is Hearts of Iron, is it primarily about maneuver warfare with armored units? I can't remember if that's a combined arms game or something slightly different.
The Unbroken has a ship in that base. It's the only way we can get you onto the Almighty undetected.
He is.
Always turn up when you don't want them. Kind of like a warlock when you're...
Go on.
Nope.
How's that guy? This is a bit silly. There's no way I'm gonna get to him in time. Oh, is he dead because he's over here by this one-shot dude? I might actually get to him. Buddy, you better super thank me for that. It was totally unnecessary and far beyond the Call of Duty. Air, land, sea combined arms at the division level. Okay, gotcha. Very cool. And is it real-time or turn-based? I've heard of the series, but I've never actually played it. There's a level 50 going in there. I don't need your auto-leveling, dude. BRB. Okay, turn. Yeah. I may do a bit of BRB myself here in a couple minutes. See how we're doing on Red Bull. Still probably about half full. So while Turn is away, we'll go ahead and start running down some of the tech that's being used to render the live stream tonight. So I am playing on the PlayStation 4 OG, my original PlayStation 4 that I bought back in early 2014, not my PlayStation 4 Pro tonight. I've had quite a time getting set up for this live stream. I ran into a few equipment dust bunnies, things not wanting to work with this particular setup. So first of all, and primarily, this is part of my review testing of the Razer Ripsaw HD video game capture card. So a newly released capture card from Razer, the gaming accessories company. I have and have tested their previous iteration, the original Razer Ripsaw, and it's been one of my capture cards and one of my pieces of streaming gear that I include on what I call my high reliability streaming gear list. is that streaming gear that has a tendency to pretty much work reliably all the time. When you configure and set it up for a live stream, in comparison to a lot of other streaming gear that doesn't. So I've been really happy with the OG Razor Ripsaw during my time of ownership, and was pretty excited to test out the Razor Ripsaw HD. It's actually surprisingly smaller than the original Razor Ripsaw. Slightly different industrial design in that it's much more curved. Another key difference between the Razor Ripsaw HD and the Razor Ripsaw is the Razor Ripsaw had, I believe it had an aux and mic 3.5mm jacks on the front panel. Whereas the Ripsaw HD actually has audio pass-through with a headphone jack and a microphone jack, so it's a little more gamer-friendly for the use of gaming headsets. I'm not sure if I'll get a chance to test it under that kind of setup, but I did find it very impressive that it has that on the front panel.
There's only one ship left on the landing pads.
That must be Thuma's ship. Get to it before it's too late.
I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. Oh, no, 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 no. One thing you can always be guaranteed in game design, where you're supposed to go is always the path where the dangerous stuff is. Back, very cool. Thanks a lot, Turin. For a microphone tonight, for a webcam tonight, I'm using the Razer Kaio. Which is also from the gaming accessories company, with a unique shtick in that it has an integrated ring light in the camera housing. It's one of the pieces of gear that I like to use because you can often get away with using the Razer Kaio without having to rig any additional studio lighting. Although I am using additional studio lighting tonight because I got the green screen set up. Hey, Not a Farmer, thanks so much for swinging through. About to hit the bed, but I wanted to stop in and say hi. I do appreciate it. And I appreciate you. Actually, Turn, I should have given you your own individual soundboard for swinging through tonight. So since you're my assassin, I'll give you this soundboard. And Not a Farmer, let's see. I feel like I don't have a really great one for you, but I'll make you another assassin as well. So how are you doing tonight, Not a Farmer? Yeah, my Stream Deck configuration is a thing that I really need to work on. Where are you at? Bull Rush. I like that submachine gun, but it's got a heck of a recoil to it when you put it in full auto. Servitor. Hate it when they bamf. Oh, no, 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 no. For a microphone tonight, I'm using the blue raspberry microphone, which I know a lot of people really like the blue Yeti. The blue raspberry actually has a more advanced condenser sensor element inside of it, so it actually, in my opinion, actually has better audio quality. Ah, flark! Than the Blue Yeti. That was not good. I also like the Blue Raspberry because it's a heck of a lot more compact and more flexible in terms of where you can mount it, which is what made it easy for me to mount it on this boom mic arm. Oh, floofda. Backed right up into that grenade. I'm also using the Blue Raspberry with a pop filter and a foam ball windscreen. Did that servitor just do a spin move? Like he rolled. For listening to in-game audio and really for handling routing of all of my audio tonight, I am using the Go XLR mixer. And so the way I'm bringing the in-game audio into the live stream is I'm actually running, using the PlayStation 4's optical output. Ooh, why is that dude so aggro? Angry. Flamethrower. Let's move. Slide it. Blowed up. Got him. Oh, another flame dude. So for in-game audio, I'm actually coming out of the PlayStation 4 using its optical output and going into the optical in connector on the back panel of the Go XLR mixer. And then I am routing audio so that I can plug the Sennheiser Urbanites, the headphones that I'm wearing, into the headphone output on the back panel of the Go XLR mixer. And the Go XLR mixer, one of its tricks that I like is most USB mixers don't route the connected PC's audio output. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Actually, they do. So yeah, I'm bringing the streaming PC's audio into the Go XLR mixer over the USB connection, so that's how I'm able to hear the audio alerts and the soundboards that I gave you guys. I'm able to hear those in my headphones. That's often a problem with live streaming, is that the alerts go off and I can see them if they have a visual component, but I can't hear them. What is this? What? Oh, because my, trying to figure out what the heck I need to drop to pick up that engram. Oh, that's not good. It's actually a warband. Got all my OG warbands here. I can afford to get rid of one of those. But yeah, I don't necessarily recommend the Go XLR mixer to other streamers. It's a bit... I hate you. Oh, I'm stuck on something. What am I stuck on? Great. Okay, I take it back. I was saying last night that I hate the thrall in this game, and they're kind of the rats. Actually, it's these dogs that are the most useless and annoying enemy unit in Destiny. And then I'm also using an Elgato Stream Deck in my setup tonight. Which is how I was able to set those soundboards off. What's going on here? I'm getting awed up by like multiple turrets that I can't see. Oh, what is that? Like just hit me with a void grenade or something. And then for studio lights tonight, I'm just using a umbrella style softbox studio light, as well as a I think it's a 5800 lumens, 3000 to 5800 lumens key light. All that's going over, all the pieces I talked about that are connected to the streaming PC are going over to a PC that is built around an AMD Ryzen 5 1600. Oh, what is... where's the turret? Come on, get the... Okay. Uh, 32 gigabytes of Corsair low-profile DDR4 RAM. And an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 6 gigabyte mini card by Zotac. Ugh. Oh, hand to hand. So we're trying to get as far towards the end game as we can. I don't know that we're going to get to the final battle with Gaul tonight. And in fact, we're getting to the point where even if I get to that point, I don't know if that final battle with Gaul is a 24-minute or less fight. So I don't know if we're going to be able to stick with it for the rest of the time.
Let me at Thumos' ship.
Great! This is the part where you borrow it.
So I'm hoping this is an event trigger. I think it is. I think it'll be safe. Yeah. Alright, so I need to run and hit the restroom real quick. It'll take me about 2 minutes. So I'm going to put you on the BRB scene, and I will literally be right back within 2 minutes. So hang out for a second. I'll be right back. Not what I told you to do.
You'll have to teach me how to do that.
One of the things I don't like about the game... No! Is it has these phantom directional pushes where... And I guess it's in response to the way the camera is tracking. Keep moving! As the relative motion changes, it just seems like it thinks like you want it to go off in a different direction. So that's a little bit aggravating. Alright, give me a hand here, Elika. Shoot-de-doo! Oh, okay.
We need to reach him, to stop him.
Hey, step away from there. There you go.
It's like one of those things in wizard robes. Can't bode well. Oh!
Here we go. The sword will block them.
Okay. Well, that's good, because if it didn't, we're gonna be, Oh. That did not work. Now look, I get in here. Nicely done. No, don't. Quit jumping behind me. I'm like telling you to get in there and attack him. Alright, so I'm going to try a parry. This is probably not going to work well. Nope, it didn't. I don't like your quick time events. Oh, that worked out well, though. Acrobatic! Shaya! Get him with the... Oh! Hell no! What is that?
Now that should teach you something.
I love how this prince is always talking smack. Ah, 2 fertile grounds healed in 1 play session. Can't be unhappy about that. I feel like I'm getting a lot done for a lazy Sunday night of gaming. Of course, I forgot to get a clip again to check the audio mix balance. Alright, Turn, thanks so much for joining in, man. I seriously appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I'm not quite, flips it over to the main scene, right? Huh. I do appreciate you hanging out and chatting all night and sticking through the live stream. It's a big help.
Cover me. I need to figure out how this works. Protect that ship!
If you swing through next time, I do want to hear about where you are in your Fallout 4 campaign and kind of the story of the character so far. As you've been running through kind of a dedicated my life and times in as a character in Fallout 4 kind of live stream. Thanks so much, man. Alright, well, get a good night's sleep. You and I both will be hitting it up again tomorrow. What the flock? Oh no. Hit the dog! Really? Oh, get off of that. How did I even get stuck on that? Come on, come on. Bad guy's feats. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. No needs for daddy. I almost ran right into that. Let's blow that yellow tank. Blow the yellow tank. How did that take down the Centurion enough?
Still in one piece?
Unlike someone I know, they can handle hostile technology.
Oh, sword.
Hey, that teleporter was all vexy and stuff.
Where's the Centurion? I don't want to waste the sword. Is the Centurion already dead? Or did the Centurion bypass me? No, 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 no. How much of that am I gonna have to play over? Should just be at the point of, well, that definitely means we're not gonna be able to fight Gaul tonight. So that's gonna take too long from this point. Where's the flippin' control panel?
Cover me. I need to figure out how this works. Protect that ship!
What I'm really surprised by is that this Red Bull lasted me the whole live stream. One thing I don't understand is how the character animation does a partial reload. Gee, please. Really need to get smarter about using cover on this landing platform. I don't think I can. Snipers are a real problem. Oh, did he jump? Where did he go? Seriously? Centurion! Okay, that's gonna work. Nice! Stop running! Cowards! Melee! Melee!
Still in one piece?
Unlike someone I know, they can handle hostile technology.
Hey, that teleporter was all vexy and stuff.
Oh, no, no, no! Now that's some trash. He was standing right beside a grenade that should have blown him up the same way it would have blown me up. What's going on here now? No nades, no nades. Oh! Ooh, almost pulled the Go XLR mixer off the table. That would have been quite bad. So we got to play this again. At the off chance that this will actually do something helpful, I'm going to switch out weapons. So there's a 168 is my most powerful thing. $150. There's a 176. There's another 176 here. No. Fusion rifle. Oof. And I'm crappy on the heavies. So we'll use that rocket launcher. Maybe I've got some last minute armor. That will help a little bit. 1 point won't make that much of a difference, but every little bit helps. It's a 170. Nope, it's a 193, so that's not going to do me any good. Dot. Changing the scope. This should be the barrel in the magazine. Alright. Alright. We'll try and see if this is a better weapons mix for trying to get through this landing platform thing.
Cover me. I need to figure out how this works.
Protect that ship!
So actually, after this set of live streams, I'm going to be going back. Oh, no special ammo. I will be going back to the Division 2, which is actually my other grind game thus far in 2019. Now that's interesting. I just saw special ammo drop, and since I don't have special ammo, that means I'm going to go ahead and cross the bridge. Take the fight to them. If I can get across the bridge. Good. Glad he deed from that. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Really? Load it! And there's tons of special ammo over here. There's a fourth one here. Yeah, and I'm coming over to you guys to get the remainder. Enough with that. Great special ammo full. No nades.
I don't hear dying. Still in one piece?
Blast it.
Unlike someone I know. They can handle hostile technology.
Hey, that
We'll
teleporter
get this
was
special
all
ammo.
Vexy and stuff.
Let's give up some more special ammo. Let's try and get this resistance down a bit. Oh, what the heck? Jerk. Okay, good, that's got him. Blast it. I want to pull the special, but I really don't. Come on. I see you. Who is shooting that? Oh, I see what's going on now. Yeah, I need to pull an equalizer. So I need to... I see you. I see you. Need to get rid of this Scion who's here. Come on, you little punk sniper. Was he coming over here? I hate the way I'm flipping, hey! Come on. I'm so tired of the trash kills on this level.
The key codes work. Finish them off and get on board.
Ah, you jerk. Pull the special. Okay, good. It gave me mission complete for killing the boss. But you guys are still over here? Seriously? Put a rocket launcher and finish this mess. And when one rocket won't do, then give them two. Alright, well that is pretty much going to do it for the live stream tonight. Thanks so much everybody for tuning in for this episode of the Firearms Tales. Like I said, we will be doing 2 more segments of this, playing Destiny 2. And then I'll be heading over to the Division on PC. So thanks so much for joining in on the live stream tonight. Thanks so much, Turin the Mad. Thanks so much, Not a Farmer. I appreciate both of you.
Destroy the Almighty's weapons. End the threat to our world.
While you're doing that, we'll get in position for the final run on the city. It's time for Ghaul's last dance.
So until next time, happy hunting, take care of yourself, stay safe out there, play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. Once again, my name has been Agaskali Stamus, aka Game Logic, from the Rounding Off of Indie Gaming channel on YouTube and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube.
Zavala's troops are already getting into position around the city. But they can't attack until we shut this thing down. So, ready when you are, partner.
And until next time, good night, good luck, and good gaming. gonna do it for me for tonight. I'm out of here.